Hey man, welcome back to another video, guys. You know what I'm saying? So we got going on today, what we have going on, we have the 10 brutal truths that a lot of guys learn way too late, alright? And so the first one we have is no one is coming to save you, alright? So I feel like when people hear that, it's like they thinking like literally, but this is really figuratively when it comes down to your life and things of that nature. Like when people say nobody's coming to save you, that means really like if you don't get the job done, nobody's going to get the job done for you. You're going to sit around, you're going to wait around for somebody to, oh, can you help me? Can you help me? Thing is, everybody's out here for self. People might be saying, oh yeah, like I'm here to help. I'm here to help. They're lying to you. Everybody is out for self, even if they say that they're there to help you. They might have your phone number. You might call your friends. And it's gonna come to a point where they're tired of helping you. It's gonna get to a point where they're tired of looking out for you, especially if you're not able to do it for yourself. There's a lot of people out there where they expect handouts and they expect that everything's supposed to be done for them. And oh, my parents need to give me an allowance because I'm their kid. My parents need to allow me to stay in their house until I'm 30 years old because I'm their kid. Thing is, your parents don't have to do anything after you're 18 years old. Once you're 18, you graduate from high school, they don't have to provide for you no more. If they choose that they want to be done with you, they can be done with you because you're not their responsibility anymore because you're a legal adult. If you commit a crime, you're going to prison. You're not going to juvie, you're going to prison. Thing is, nobody's here to save you. Nobody's here to help you. The only person that can help you is yourself. And if you don't know how to help yourself, if you can't teach yourself how to get out of this drowning water that you're in, you're underwater, you can't breathe. If you can't get yourself to the top, nobody's going to be able to help you. 2, we have time does not wait. All right, so I feel like a lot of people, when it comes down to just hearing, okay, time doesn't wait, is literally what it is. Like time doesn't wait on anybody. Let's just say that you're a content creator. Yeah, I want to take a break off of content, right? Time isn't waiting on you. Your supporters aren't waiting on you. Matter of fact, your supporters are actually moving on to the next content creator that's consistent, that's posting every day, that's posting really consistent, and is doing everything that they like in a video that they like to watch. Thing is, you're really just building up the next person to be your replacement. So if you aren't on top of your things, time isn't waiting on you. If you choose, yeah, I don't want to go into work today, well, your job's not waiting on you. Matter of fact, your job might actually fire you, especially if you missed enough work. Okay, you have enough write-ups. Yeah, like, we cool off of you. Like, you might see your crush across the street. If you're gonna wait and be nervous, there's gonna be another guy that's gonna walk up to that girl. Hey, excuse me, you mad pretty. Can I get your number? And somebody's gonna have your crush. You might be good at basketball, but time doesn't wait on you if you're not getting your grades up. If your grades aren't good for you to get into college, time isn't waiting on you for you to get your grades together. The only person that can get your grades together is you in the time period allotted so that you can get to college, so that you can pass through college or go to the NBA. But because you're choosing to sit around, procrastinate, I have my entire life to get my grades together. Now, when it's come down to college, what college you going to? What college you going to? But your grades ain't good enough to go to a D1 college. You might be good enough to go to a D1 college because your grades aren't good enough. Now you got to go D2. Now you got to go D3. Now you got to go community college because time isn't waiting on you. Time does not wait on you, and it will never wait on you. If I choose to go to bed, sleep all day, there's another person next door to me who's not sleeping all day and they working and dropping the same amount of videos that I drop every day, but because I chose to take a day off, now they're getting more money than me. Now they're getting more notoriety than me, and now they're more known than me because today, that day that I chose not to post was the day that they blew up, but it was supposed to be my day that I was supposed to blow up. Time's not gonna wait on you, and time is brutal. If you don't use the amount of time in the 24 hours that everybody else in the world has, the same amount of time as you, there's going to be somebody that does use those same 24 hours and gets way more work done than you and works smarter than you, works harder than you, and now they're more successful than you. Number 3, we have hard work does not equal success, and that's a fact. You could let's just put this into a perspective of painting houses, right? So you might work hard at painting one house. You paint, and once you finish a house, then you go to your next house, then you go to the next house, then you go to the next house. After a while, you're gonna soon realize that if you yourself are the only one painting houses all day, every day, it'll take you a month to finish 5 houses, right? Versus if you were to hire other people and pay these other people to paint houses, now you don't have to be at every single house. You can work on one house while you have 5 other employees painting other houses. So now you have 6 houses getting painted at the same time as the same person that's working extremely hard on this one house. Now you're making 6 times the amount of money that you would if it was just you by yourself painting a house. And I feel like there's a lot of people that think, especially just because you work hard, it means that you're entitled to get the same amount of money as somebody who doesn't work as hard as you. If you're not willing to work smarter and harder at the same time, you're gonna make your life a whole lot harder. It's gonna be as hard as the work you're doing. All right, next one we got, people use you when it benefits you, when it benefits them. Okay, I feel like when people start to get a lot of motion, I feel like when people say, "Oh, more money, more problems," that's literally what it is. And people think, "Oh, just because you have money, it means that, oh yeah, your life is easy." Well, I'm here to say, like, it's not as easy as what you would think, because there's a lot of people out there that are willing to use you as a stepping stone to get to wherever they're trying to go. So they're gonna be, yeah, you my friend right now, we gonna be buddy right now. But at the end of the day, they don't necessarily want to be cool with you. They want to be cool with you because of what you can bring them. And once you start to realize that people are only here to use you, like it'll be people that you've never talked to in your life. Let's just say you were in high school, you graduate from high school, you years removed from high school. But there's people from your high school, hey man, I see you making a lot of money, bro. Let's bro, you can give me some money. Oh, let's work together so we can get some money together. And then you'll look to see what they have going on. They don't have anything going on for themselves, but because they see that you have a little bit of motion, now they want to talk to you. Now they want to work with you. But beforehand, when you didn't have anything going on, they didn't want to speak to you. They didn't know who you are. You might be going through high school, you might be going through college, and people might be saying, man, you'll never make it as a content creator. You still making videos? People that never wanted to speak to you in high school because they thought you was lame for making videos. Now, once you get in some motion, now you getting subscribers. Now they see you getting money. Now they see you getting cars. Hey man, hey bro, let's work, bro. Bro, congrats. I really see what you got going on, man. I'm glad you kept going with those videos. But it'd be the same people that is trying to work and use you that was telling you that you would never be shit. And that's what you guys got to understand, that people are only going to use you when it benefits them. It's simple as that. Now, I'm not saying that there's no genuine people, because there are, but you definitely have to pick and choose who you're going to allow in your circles. Number 5, we have, most people don't care about your problems. Now, you might be going through something. You might be going through, let's just say hypothetically, bro, one of your parents passed away, God forbid, right? You might be mad. You might be sad. You're going through whatever emotions that you feel. But at the end of the day, once you go to work, don't nobody know what you have going on. And frankly, don't nobody care what you have going on, because it doesn't have anything to do with them. So because you're going through your problems, yeah, you mad, but that doesn't mean that your boss isn't still finna tell you what to do. That doesn't mean that the coworker that you don't like still ain't gonna talk shit to you. Because they don't know what you have going on, and they still don't care what you have going on, because it doesn't have anything to do with them. Unless it affects them, then maybe they might care a little bit. But at the end of the day, if it's not hurting them, Don't nobody care what you have going on, which is sad to say, but it's life, it's reality, and frankly, I know it's relatable to you because I know for a fact if it's something that doesn't have anything to do with you, 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna that don't really have nothing to do with me. I think I'm good over here. You know. Number 6, we have you can still do everything right, but you can still lose. Sometimes some things just aren't in your cards. Sometimes like you gotta realize that God got a bigger plan than what you think you have for yourself, than what you actually have going on. Like you might be the trying your hardest at being a basketball player. You going to practice every day. You working out every day. You taking 1,000 jump shots every single day. But then you soon realize that after 8th grade, you know higher than 5'4", and you see that basketball just isn't in your cards. Your dreams might have been to go to the NBA, but at the end of the day, that's just not gonna happen because of your genetics. You're 5'4" and you got no hops. You unathletic, but you practice every day. You work out every day. You're doing everything right, but you still lost. And the thing is that just because it doesn't work out for you in this situation right here, it does not mean that it's not going to work out somewhere else. Like I know back in high school, I used to play basketball, things of that nature, and I got hurt. Like I played basketball and I got hurt, and I didn't know what I was finna do. I'm sitting around, damn, bro, like this was my dream. I wanted to go to the NBA. Then you soon realize that you find other passions, you'll find other things that you're interested in where, yeah, you do everything right and you actually do win. And in my case, because I'm posting videos all the time, I'm getting my repetitions in. Now I'm a full-time content creator. Now I'm able to travel whenever I feel like it. Now I'm able to go to Miami if on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, why y'all, the people that wasn't doing everything right, they're doing everything wrong. They're not really following and being disciplined when it comes down to being a content creator. They're not able to do what I'm doing because I was able to figure out what I needed to so I could do everything right and I could win. Not everything's going to go your way, but you have to be able to bob and weave and figure out what's going to go your way. You know what I'm saying? Now we got going on, love is not always enough. And this got to do with relationships. Like, just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you have to deal with their toxic traits. It doesn't mean that you have to go through the push and pull of being in a toxic relationship. And toxic relationships, they weigh on your mental, they stress you out, and eventually it'll probably give you a heart attack. You know? Just because you love something, it doesn't mean that you have to go through the ups and downs, because at the end of the day, let's just say it's a hypothetical relationship you in, boyfriend, girlfriend. Just because you love this person doesn't mean that they're the person for you. Just because you love playing basketball doesn't mean it's a sport for you. Just because you love playing football, it does not mean it's a sport for you. You need to figure out what's going to work out for you. You need to find out what you like. You need to figure out what this other person likes. What cards gonna line up for you? What stars are gonna align for you? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you might love this person, you might love this game, you might love this hobby, but that does not mean that it's gonna love you back and treat you the same way that you want to be treated, and go the way that you want it to go. You might love basketball so much, and you might love it to the point where, yeah, man, I really want to go to the NBA. But if you're 5'4", you're not going to the NBA. And that's a fact, and I'm sorry. If you 5'4", you got no bounce, you not athletic, you not strong, bro, I'm sorry, you're not going to the NBA. If this girl arguing with you all the time, putting her hands on you, God putting his hands on the girl, y'all always arguing, I'm sorry, but y'all just aren't meant to be together. You might have love for this person, you might love this girl, you might love this dude, but at the end of the day, if the stars aren't aligning for you guys to get together, because relationships are not supposed to be argue every single day, every other week. You know, like, you can have a relationship and not have problems. You know, but if you're going through this and you're extremely stressed out, why am I in this relationship? I don't see why you're still in it, because love is not always enough. All right, so we got going on right now, we have number 9, where Comfort is the enemy of growth. Now, I know there's a lot of y'all boys who slept in today. You ain't made no money today. You ain't get no stronger today because you ain't go to the gym. You just slept in, got on the game, ain't brushed your teeth this morning, and that's that. When you're comfortable, life is gonna treat you the exact same way. If you sit around, you comfortable with how you look, yeah, eventually you're gonna stop going to the gym. Eventually you're gonna stop eating good. Eventually you're gonna stop wanting to look good because yeah, I think I look good, so I think I'm straight. But eventually you're gonna see your body start to change. You're gonna see let's say your chest gonna start to sag, your stomach gonna start to get big, and now you becoming fat because comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're not able to keep your body together, keep your mind disciplined, and go to the gym, eventually you're going to get fat. You're not going to be ripped. You're not going to be able to look how you look when you was 21, 22. Now you're going to look like you 45, got a dad gut. And that's just the life you're going to live because you chose to be comfortable. And the same thing with people that are naturally smart. Because you're naturally smart, yeah, everybody else might not be as smart as you right now. They might be able to retain the amount of information that you can right now. But eventually there's gonna be somebody who's studied and studies every single day, studies hours on end. And eventually they're gonna know more things than you because they decided to study the test, study their study guides, read their notes, listen to the teacher a little bit more. And now they're sitting around, yeah, I got a higher test grade than you, but I thought you were smarter than me though. Yeah, back in grade school, you used to be the smartest person in class, but now that I decided to put in that work so I could study for this test, now they're getting better grades than you because they put in more work. You chose to be comfortable, not study. You thought that your talent was going to take you all to the moon, and eventually, talent's not enough. Only person I heard say this was KD. Talent. Hard work beat talent when talent fails to work hard, and that's a fact. Because yeah, you might have all the talent in the world, but if there's somebody working hard, and they also have God-given abilities too, where they can do whatever you can, but it's just not as good right now because they haven't worked at it. Now they're working at it, they got that talent also, and now they're better than you because they chose to put in that work, and they knew that just talent wasn't enough. And talent is not going to bring you over the edge if you're not going to work hard to be great. Last one is, one day you'll die. As morbid as that may sound, it's a fact. One day you will die. And the thing is about that is, if you choose to not live your life, if you choose not to give your life your all, eventually you're going to be on your deathbed and you're going to look at your kids, you're going to look at your family, you'll be like, damn, if only I had done this, if only I had done that. You would die, go to heaven's gates, and be depressed. And you know why? Because you didn't give life your all. You chose not to wake up a little bit earlier, go to the gym to look good. You chose not to study for them tests. You chose not to put your money in the stock market so that your money could grow. You chose to not talk to the girl of your dreams, where if God already had it in the cards that if you were to talk to this girl, you would have pulled this girl. You would have been with the girl of your dreams, but you chose not to talk to her. And you chose not to take life serious. And now you with some girl that you don't even like. You have kids where you don't even really like them for real. And now this is your life. This is the life that you chose to have. And now you're laying on your deathbed and you're sad with yourself. You're disappointed in yourself. You're disappointed in the accolades that you had. All because you chose not to take life serious. Yo, if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, man. So if you want to help us get there, hit that sub button. And also, if you guys want to learn how to grow on social media, if you want to also further your mindset and being around people that want to further themselves, want to better themselves, and also want to learn how to grow and monetize their social media accounts, I got a community down below. You can join that and get around people that want to be just like you. All right, hey man, say man, let's do it.